Have you ever wondered whether all human beings come into existence in the same way? Or whether there are levels of creation that go beyond what we can perceive? In a profound narration, al-Mufaddal asks his master, Imam Jafar al-Sadiq, about one of the deepest mysteries, the birth of the Vicegerents of God. He asks, "Tell me about the birth of the Vicegerents." The Imam responds with a tone of amazement, emphasizing the extraordinary nature of the subject. He says that even the birth of believers is wondrous, so how much greater then must be the birth of the prophets and the Vicegerents? He explains that the birth of the Vicegerents is fundamentally different from that of ordinary believers, just as the believer's birth differs from that of the disbeliever. This difference is not small or superficial, it is essential. The reason, he says, is that the mothers of the Vicegerents are entrusted with a dignified secret and a command from Allah. This indicates that their role is not merely biological but deeply spiritual, carrying a divine trust that sets them apart from all others. Al-Mufaddal, seeking deeper understanding, asks again for clarification. The Imam then presents a statement that challenges ordinary perception. He says that the first of wonders is that the mothers of the Vicegerents are males, not females. This statement astonishes al-Mufaddal, who immediately responds with disbelief, asking how such a thing could be possible. The Imam explains that the angels are the ones in the image of women. He then recites a Quranic passage questioning those who assign gender to angels without knowledge, emphasizing that such assumptions are based on ignorance rather than truth. He then directs attention to a deeper meaning, referring to Fatima, and asks al-Mufaddal if he understands who she truly is. Al-Mufaddal humbly replies that his master knows best. The Imam tells him that he has been favored by being asked this question, highlighting that access to such knowledge is itself a blessing. He then recites a verse stating that whatever mercy Allah opens to people cannot be withheld, and whatever He withholds cannot be released by anyone after Him. He explains that this refers to inner, esoteric knowledge, a special form of understanding granted only to those chosen for it. He continues by challenging common assumptions. People believe that the mothers of the Vicegerents give birth in the usual physical way, but the Imam invites deeper reflection on the meanings of revelation. He refers two verses that speak about creation and existence, asking whether the meaning is simply begetter and begotten, or something more subtle, something beyond literal interpretation. He questions how something can be described as begotten when Allah Himself declares that He does not beget. This invites the listener to move beyond surface-level understanding and consider deeper hidden meanings within the text. Al-Mufaddal then asks whether these interpretations apply to all people or specifically to the Vicegerents. The Imam clarifies that these meanings concern the Vicegerents specifically. He then turns to the verse, "Certainly we have created man in distress," offering a symbolic interpretation. He explains that man represents the first, one granted preference, while references to the devil represent the second. He supports this interpretation by reciting verses describing a person who regrets following a misguided companion who led him away from remembrance and ultimately abandoned him. In this explanation, the second is identified as the one who deserts and misguides, standing in contrast to the first. The Imam then describes the state of human existence in powerful imagery. He speaks of three layers of darkness: the darkness of the belly, the darkness of the womb, and the darkness of confusion. In these states, the human being exists in struggle, uncertainty, and limitation. He describes how, in these conditions, a person is sustained in ways associated with physical impurity and biological processes. However, he immediately makes a distinction. He says that the believer is more honored by Allah than to be understood in this way. What people imagine about such matters, he explains, does not apply to the believer in the way they think. And as for the Vicegerents, they exist according to a completely different reality, one that transcends these conditions entirely. He then recites further verses that speak of human arrogance, of those who believe they are unseen or beyond accountability, and he emphasizes that divine power encompasses and judges all things. Al-Mufaddal, overwhelmed by the implications of these teachings, exclaims that the people are destroyed. The Imam responds by clarifying that the true followers, the Shia, are not the ones destroyed. Rather, those who are destroyed are the ones who align themselves with the enemies of truth. Still seeking completion, al-Mufaddal asks his master to fully explain the birth of the Vicegerents. The Imam then reveals the most profound aspect of the teaching.
He says that Allah created the bodies of the Vicegerents in connection with the angels as extensions or branches of them until the appointed time arrives. This creation is marked by purity, aligned with the nature of the angels themselves.
Then, when Allah wills for the Imam to appear in the visible world as a means of guiding and disciplining creation, a spirit is sent into that body. This spirit does not enter in the same way as in ordinary human birth. Rather, it enters in a manner that preserves complete purity, untouched by impurity or confinement. The Imam explains that this process is not for the need of the vicegerent, but as a demonstration for people to provide them with a form they can perceive and relate to. He then offers a striking analogy. The birth and death of the vicegerents, he says, are not truly birth and death as we understand them. Instead, they are like a man who puts on a shirt and removes it whenever he wills. In this analogy, the body is like a garment, something worn temporarily, not the essence of the being itself. He connects this idea to the concept of speaking from the cradle, suggesting awareness and knowledge that exist independently of physical age or development. He emphasizes that such beings are not limited in the way ordinary humans are. They do not pass through stages of ignorance or dependency. Instead, their presence in the body is deliberate, purposeful, and fully aware. They enter the body as one would enter clothing, not as something that defines them, but as something they use. In this way, the vicegerents are presented as beings whose existence transcends the normal boundaries of human life and death. Their reality is not confined to physical processes, but operates on a level that connects the divine, the spiritual, and the material worlds. This narration ultimately challenges the listener to reconsider what it means to be born, what it means to live, and what it means to exist. It suggests that reality may have layers far beyond what is visible, and that certain individuals may embody truths that cannot be fully explained through ordinary understanding. Whether taken literally, symbolically, or spiritually, the message invites deep reflection. What is the nature of human existence? Are we defined by our physical beginnings and endings? Or is there something within us that transcends both? Perhaps the answer lies in recognizing that existence is not a single layer, but a spectrum, one that includes the visible and the unseen, the material and the spiritual, the known and the mysterious, and in that mystery there is always more to discover.